Hey guys, it's Paige and I'm back with another video. So today we're going to talk about fragrance. Today I have some Tom Ford fragrances that I want to share with you guys. So we're going to get straight into this video, but like always, I do want to take the time to thank everybody who's watched my videos, who's liked, commented, and subscribed. I have, as of the time of me filming this video, 991 subscribers, which means I am 9 subscribers away from hitting 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I am so excited. One, just to hit that milestone because it's really not easy to do, and because that means that I am eligible to be monetized here on YouTube. So that's also super exciting because I really enjoy making these videos for you guys. On my last video, I did a giveaway that is still currently open for a Louis Vuitton card case, and I'm gonna leave a card to that video. So make sure you enter that giveaway because I wanted to do something special for you guys to show my appreciation. So if you missed that video or you haven't entered yet, make sure you do that. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed already and you like content like this, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It will help me out so much, and we're gonna get straight into this video. So the first fragrance that I want to talk to you guys about is Tom Ford's Rose de Chine. Only because, well, one, because I'm wearing it today, so it's fresher on my mind, but also because there are not as many videos on this particular fragrance because it is a newer release from Tom Ford. This fragrance was released last year in 2022 along with 2 other rose scents. The first one was a Italian rose scent, and then there also was a Russian rose scent that was eventually discontinued because we know why. This fragrance is a warm floral. The key notes are rose, absolute rose water extract, and golden peony. The scent description is an unexpectedly decadent, untamed rose. Rose de Chine contrasts vibrant Chinese peony with the smoky carnality of citrus, absolute, and myrrh. So I don't know if I mentioned this already, but Chine, I guess, is rose in French, right? I think. This fragrance comes in 50 ml. It comes in this lovely packaging typical of Tom Ford that I really enjoy. The difference though in this packaging is that unlike the typical Tom Ford opaque bottles, you get the clear bottles, which I for the most part prefer because to me they look better. But fragrances do last longer in cool, dark spaces. And because Tom Ford fragrances tend to be, or not tend to be, they are so expensive, it's nice to have the opaque bottle because it keeps the light out, which can help preserve your fragrance. This comes in the 50 ml. It retails for $2.95, which is a hefty price, but it's not as expensive as some other Tom Ford fragrances, so I guess that's a plus. I picked this fragrance up from the, what do you call this? The cosmetic company store. My sister had to do some traveling for work and she passed by an outlet on her way home, which is like around 45 minutes away from us, that honestly I never really go to, and she picked up actually the other fragrance set that I'm going to show you, and then we end up having to go back because they gave us a free, or they gave her a free item but then charged her for it, so we had to go back to get her money back. So that's how I end up purchasing this fragrance. So because my sister already had went to this store at this outlet, I already knew what Tom Ford fragrances were already there, and I knew that this was available, and I also knew that the Italian version was also there. I really thought I was gonna like the Italian version because it has a lot of bergamot in it. It's more of a fresh scent, and if you've seen any of my other fragrance videos, then you know that is right up my alley and the type of fragrance that I really love. I also read some reviews on it and I thought I really was gonna love it. But to my surprise, when I sniff these on the little scent cards, I don't know what you call those things, the little white paper things, I actually really love this one better. To be fair, it was mostly because the other fragrance is extremely light and I really couldn't smell anything, and at first I just thought it was me, and I asked my sister to smell it as well and she really couldn't smell anything. And even though I got this discounted, I still wasn't about to pay for a fragrance I couldn't really smell because that kind of defeats the purpose. And I really enjoyed this scent because I'm not really a floral person, a lot more than I actually thought I would. It's something that's very different for me and I actually really like that. I have a lot of bergamot. I think most of my fragrances have some bergamot in it, so it's not really all that unique for me. So I decided to get this fragrance. To me, this fragrance is a heavy hitter, which for me, when it comes to Tom Ford, like all my fragrances that are Tom Ford, especially if I pay full price for them, needs to be a heavy hitter because of the price tag. I need to feel like it's worth the price tag, even though that's kind of relative. But for me personally, I just won't feel like it's worth the name if it's not a fragrance that's on the stronger side and has a lot of longevity. I sprayed like probably around 6 pumps of this fragrance at around 9 o'clock this morning, and it's currently less than 15 minutes before 8 o'clock. So that's almost 12 hours, a little under 11 hours, and I can still smell this fragrance. It has a very strong opening. And honestly, this is not something I will ever wear in the morning ever again because it actually was a little too strong for me. If I were to wear this in the daytime, I would be way less heavy-handed. And I don't even think I sprayed a lot of this on, but it was a little bit overpowering for me in the morning because I typically like to wear fresher scents to work and in the daytime, especially when it's warmer outside. The description talks about like a smoky note that I definitely can smell. To me, it smells more woody, especially when it dries down. You get that more smoky, woody scent that's a little bit more masculine leaning. This fragrance is unisex, and even though the marketing in the bottle looks very feminine, the fragrance is definitely unisex. I don't think that it is like super masculine or anything like that, or something that doesn't feel feminine, but I also wouldn't mind smelling this on a man as well, just because of how warm it is. I don't know if amber is in here, but I get that as well. It's just really more of like a deeper, warm scent, if that makes sense. You get the peony and the rose, but it's not overpowering, and it's not something that you would think of when you think of like a typical fresh green smelling rose scent. So I really enjoy this fragrance a lot more than what I thought I would. I got this fragrance for a really good deal. It was 50% off, and then there was an extra 15% off sale going on for Memorial Day. And also they had a promotion where if you spent $150, you got like a free Clinique gift, or I think there were some other brands that you could choose from that were just like regular Clinique items that could be up to $100 or $90. I'm not sure really what it was, but it was a really good deal. So I was really excited about it. I think I paid around $125 if I'm remembering correctly for this fragrance. So for the price, it's definitely worth it. $295. I mean, I would say that I think the fragrance is worth the price if you like time for it. I still think that's pretty relative. Like if you're not the type of person to spend that much on fragrance, then you probably wouldn't think it was worth it unless you really love this fragrance. I really do like this fragrance. I love the fragrance. I don't think that it's ever going to be my favorite, but I'm really happy to have it a part of my collection. It's not something that I would typically go for, but overall, excluding the name and the price tag, it really is a very beautiful scent. It's very unique and very complex, and it's something that I'm really excited to have. And I'm glad that I make this choice instead of going for what I typically would go for. The Italian Rose fragrance is like extremely light, and honestly I wouldn't recommend it, especially not full price, because I don't think it's worth the price tag at all. And next I got this gift set, which is Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. I don't remember how much I paid for this, but it's whatever the regular retail price, which I think was like $325 or $300, somewhere around there, was 50% off and then an extra 15% off. So this fragrance is tried and true. It's very popular and for good reason. This is the 50 ml bottle. It comes in the typical opaque bottles. I really love Tom Ford bottles. I love them on my little tray that I keep all my fragrances, on my dresser in my bedroom. Don't kill me because of like these scent notes, because Tom Ford's website does not give you like, it's not as super descriptive as like the top, bottom, and middle notes. So I'm going to read the description. So it says Soleil Blanc captures the warm sun-drenched aura of remote private islands with this addictive solar, floral, amber, and cocoa de mer infused fragrance. So when I smell this fragrance, it just smells like the beach. I smell citrus, but I also smell like a little bit of like coconut type of vibes. It's a very warm fragrance also, and it's also more of like a richer, complex fragrance. So I would wear this in the daytime, but it is Tom Ford, and Tom Ford fragrances are, in my opinion, not your run-of-the-mill fragrances. So I feel that that helps justify the price. So it's a lot more complex, and it's not like your average scent, if that makes sense. This one definitely seems unisex, as they all are, but to me it leans more on the feminine side. So this one is a warm, sweet gourmand scent, and the key notes are cocoa de mer, ylang-ylang, Comoros Islands, and cardamom. I don't know if there's citrus on the... So on the promo for this fragrance, you see lemon and coconut also, and that's not in the description on the website. So I'm sure there's lemon and coconut, and that's why I'm smelling that. I think those are probably the top notes. Over time, the fragrance does dry down and it smells a little bit warmer, but it does last a pretty long time. I've only wore this fragrance once, and I wore it in comparison with the new version of Soleil Blanc, which is Soleil Brûlant, or I'm sure I'm butchering how you pronounce these things. And that one to me is a little bit stronger. It has, I believe, more amber in it. So yeah, the newer version in the gold bottle, it has amber and honey notes in it, and I really enjoy that one as well. This one is a little bit lighter and a little bit fresher, even though it's not a fresh scent, because of the coconut and citrus scents. So I was really happy to to get this scent discounted, especially right before summer, because this is definitely going to be a staple for me. This just smells like a vacation, like the vacation that I really need. And summer, being outside, warm weather, the sun, all of that, even when I'm not on vacation, just really makes me happy. I just really love the summertime. I love being outside when it's warm outside, and this just reminds me of every bit of that, even though I by no means live in a tropical environment, but it just makes me happy. The set also came with this shimmering body oil that I love to have on vacation, so this definitely is going to be a staple for me. I like to wear this too, like if I'm going out like in the evening or something in the summertime, but it's not quite dark outside, but it's later in the day, or if you just want to have like a little bit of shimmer on your collarbone or on your legs or something like that. I also feel like shimmer oil is really great, and my favorite way to use shimmer oil is at the beach with my bathing suit, so I'm excited to have this as well. So basically in the set, you basically, for full price, you paid for this and you got this for free. But luckily for me, I got it all for less than 50% off. So I was super excited to find these discounted. I don't know that I would pay full price just because of my personal taste for the Rose de Chine, even though I really do like that scent. But based on my personal taste, I would definitely buy this or repurchase this fragrance even after it runs out, because I really do enjoy this fragrance. This fragrance also retails for $2.95. So I guess you could say I got this for around $125. Let me do the math and stop being lazy. Okay, I was right. So it was $125 and like 37 cents. So that was an amazing deal. Plus I ended up buying some other things that I got for like 80% off, and then I was able to get some Clinique items for free and discounted also. So it was a really good shopping trip that I plan to try to do more often, because it's really not that far away. And if you have a cosmetic company store, I definitely recommend that you try to hit that up, or try to take a trip, or anytime you're like in an area with an outlet. I personally always look for the cosmetic company store. I don't really care for outlets too much. It depends on what type of outlet, because a lot of times brands just manufacture products that are specifically for outlets that are of a lower quality, and they just kind of trick you into thinking that you're getting a deal, but you're really not. A company store is just a store. Every time I go there, I find a lot of stuff that I love, so definitely don't sleep on them. And if you like Tom Ford but you don't like Tom Ford prices, then you definitely need to hit them up. I've seen them have, a lot of times they'll have like Bitter Peach. Sometimes it's like the big old like $500 bottle, but it's 50% off. So even if it's $250, it's still a lot cheaper than the 50 ml. That's like $325. So that's all that I have to show you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I need at least 9 of you guys to please hit that subscribe button. If you made it to this point of the video, you like content like this, and I promise you, you won't regret it. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.